You delivered on your commitment to go ahead and raise rates this morning, even as Norway is one of the hardest hit in terms of COVID. Explain to us your calculus, why it was the right decision to go ahead with today's rate hike.
Well, hello, everybody. The background is the following. I have to start with saying that we have a very low, historical low level of the policy rate. It was yesterday. It was 25 basis points, and until now there has been a strong upswing in the Norwegian economy out of the major hit that we all experienced in 2020. So unemployment has fallen and is close to a normal level. And then, yes, it's correct that the recent development as regarding the COVID contamination and also the number of people hospitalized have reached new numbers due to the new version of the COVID. But in our assessment, this is going to be temporary. We will have a temporary downswing in the economy and the activity level in the first quarter of next year. That's our assessment. But after that, we believe, and yes, we base our forecast, but the measures will be phased out, and the recovery will come back. And combined with the tendencies that we also see in our country of increased wage and price inflation, and you could add thirdly, we want to counteract by gradually raising policy rate. We want to counteract a new round of hike in housing prices and debt levels by households going even further up. So that's briefly said the background.
What does gradual mean when you talk about countering these inflationary pressures with gradual rate increases? How committed are you to further rate hikes in 2022 and in particular in the first quarter of next year?
Well, we have this practice of publishing a policy rate prognosis, the path. But of course, that's never a promise. And yes, especially the recent development in the corona pandemic has increased uncertainty in that area in particular. And the committee underlines just that possible scenario as one of the downside risks of the present policy path. But then there are effects pointing in the other direction. And the most important, perhaps, for the central bank is to be very well aware of the ongoing tendencies of bottlenecks in the economy, lack of labor in different sectors, and accordingly tendencies of increased price and wage inflation, even in our own country.
Well, wage pressure, wage increases seems to be a concern that's driven the Bank of England just moments ago to hike rates themselves today, a decision that many thought wouldn't come until the new year. What are your specific expectations around wage pressures in Norway next year?
Well, we think the wage growth will come up, but at the same time be contained and limited. Especially, I would say, because of considerations of competitiveness in the business sector. But again, the central bank has a important task in that area, and to respond properly in monetary policy. And our present estimates, we have revised upwards our estimates of wage growth in the coming years in the range of 3.2, 3.5, 3.6%. So wage growth is going up, but by Norwegian standards at least, relatively moderately.